Hey friends, guess what? I have been tagged by Plant-Based Survival. It is Show Your Cook Kit. And, well, y'all know I do enjoy cooking out in the woods, so I brought everything I'd bring with me if I was going to do an overnight or somewhat of a distance hike, and I'll show you what I, wait, what, really? This wasn't happening a minute ago, okay? Seriously. Anyway, everything I would take if I was going to do a distance hike or an overnight with me in my pack. Now, we only came a mile in, so there were some other items that I wanted to bring, but I decided I didn't because it'd just be too heavy. Let's get started. First item on the list is what I use for water containment. This is an old Stanley Cantina. Love this thing. The bottom is stainless, and yes, you can boil water in it if you take the top off. Now, I did have a little problem a while back. I over-tightened the threads. Stripped it out, so and now it leaks. Not a big deal. A little bit of duct tape on there, or Gorilla Tape, and I don't have that problem anymore. Come on, Smoke. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with this for a bit, I have a feeling. Alright, we got that out of the way. This next item here is an alternate item. I don't carry it with me that often. If I'm going to go for more than 2 miles, this little guy stays at home. It's just too heavy. This is a GSI stainless steel cup. I love this thing. I did make a lid for it right here. This is made out of an old, I think, a soup can or something like that. Yes, before you put it in the comment section, I do know that the Stanley Cook Cup lid fits on here perfectly, but you know, sometimes you kind of want to build stuff on your own, and that's why I made it. Another thing, what I'd use for my water containment, I don't know why more people don't do this, is I just use these standard water bottles, the cheapest ones I can find. These are great for refilling, and they squish down. You can put them in your pack until you find another place to harvest water from, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. Whoops, when we talk about water filtration. This is another item I bring with me only if I'm going to do 2 miles in. Any distance further than that, I'm not going to bring this. It's just my little cooler here. I kind of borrowed it from Jessica a couple years ago, and now that I've torn the heck out of it, she really doesn't want it back. So this has become my backpacking cooler. This is awesome. Not only does it have storage in the bottom, but it has storage in the top where I put all my condiments that, of course, I liberate from convenience stores and fast food restaurants. Okay, let's get a spot of tea going real quick. Yes, I am drinking dandelion tea. I love this stuff. It is full of antioxidants, which I cannot pronounce that word today for some reason. If you're wondering, yes, I am fighting the flu/cold, and I've been doing that for, I want to say at least 3.5 freaking weeks right now. I just cannot beat this thing for some darn reason. Okay, let's see how much more smoke we can create, shall we? There we go. We're going to go over to this. This is in my pack at all times, and I have one in my bug out bag. This is the Stanley Cook Cup. It also comes with the 2 green cups, which I do not use anymore. One thing I have done to this, if you use it quite a bit, you will notice that the top has that green pull tab on there. That little guy will come off, so I just put a key ring on it, and don't have to worry about it melting. Another cool little trick is you turn that key ring like that. You can stick your knife in there, lift it up, and not burn your fingers. Inside the cook cup, seems to be a little dirty, not a big deal. I keep my stove. Everything's compact. We have a piece of foil. We use that for a windbreak, a spare lighter, and we have the D-powered stove. Love this thing. I like the fact that it's got this long cord on it, and Yes, it's gotten a lot of use. There we go. And we use the fuel. Now, I prefer to use the small Jetboil fuel cells. If I'm going to go out and do a distance hike and be out a couple more days, it takes up less room. Because most of the time I do cook by fire anyway. But when I don't, I use these big ones, the Coleman's. This is the butane propane mix. These are awesome for the winter months, okay? The reason being, as you know, when it gets cold out, below 30, propane don't want to work. It's just not going to happen. And these even run real slow in the winter months. The trick is, this is why I like the long cable on this guy. The trick is, when you get your propane or your tank fuel cell in there, I'm going to flip this little guy like that. You can turn it upside down and get more fuel out of it and even give it a quick little shake. Set this guy aside. Next, this is another alternate item, and I have two of these with me. And this one contains my dinner for today. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Yep, there's a lot of stuff there. You notice I put everything in Ziplocs. One reason, to keep it clean. Two, after I use it, to keep everything in my pack clean. Ooh, excuse me there. This is the Alpine frying pan. Stainless steel, of course. I cook a lot of freaking meals in it. I like it because the way it's designed on the bottom, it distributes the heat a lot evener and easy to cook with. One problem, if I'm going to go on a distance hike, I do not carry this pan. Too darn heavy. So this is going to be 2 miles and below when I bring this pan with me. The pan I do use, and I use it quite a bit when I go distance hiking, is this tin, or I think it's a steel pan. Billy Joe turned this on, or turned me on to this a while back. And this is perfect to make a meal in it. It's lightweight. Just the only problem is you got to use coals only. You cannot cook over an open flame with this pan because it's thin and it heats up way too quick. But this thing is freaking awesome. It doesn't weigh anything whatsoever. One day I'll probably put it on the scale and see what it comes out to. There's just no telling here. Alright. Let's move over to my utensils. How we doing in here? Not very good. Hang on 1 second, if you would, please. Get some more coals stirred up underneath this little guy without getting too much smoke, hopefully. There we go. Okay. Let's go into my eating utensils and food preparation. First, we're going to go with this towel. A couple years ago, I was in the hospital for reticulitis, and while I was in there, I took the liberty of liberating a whole bunch of these little blue hospital towels. Very sturdy. They soak up liquids real fast. And, you know, I figured if you're going to pay $40,000 for a hospital bill, you might as well get something out of the deal. We have, this is a light, is this one? I think, I got two of these. This is a light my fire, long-handled spoon, great for the mountain house meals. Then we carry the spork with me. This one is definitely the light my fire spork. I use it not that as much as you'd think. On occasions, I carry the little spatula. This comes in great for cooking breakfast or anything I'm going to use that needs to be flipped, or I use in the Alpine frying pan. And then, of course, we can't go without having our can opener. I can't remember which one this is, the P25 or something like that. I don't know, but I need to start thinking about getting a new one because that little guy is starting to get worn out. Okay, there's my cooking utensils. He was talking, he did a little extra and added something onto the tag. What he carries for water filtration, I do carry the Sawyer squeeze. Yes, as you can tell, I've used the heck out of the poor little guy. What I did with the bag is I popped a couple holes on it so you can filter water while it's hanging and just have a gravity feed. This is the Sawyer Mini. A quick tip on this little guy. excuse me, if you use it in the winter months, you want to keep it warm, keep it on your body, because this will freeze, crack the filter, and damage it. Okay, so in the winter months when it gets below freezing, keep this little guy warm. I carry it with me all the time anyway, because I never know, there could be a possibility that I might have to stay out a while. Well, basically I get lost and I have to stay out here a couple days before I find my way out, so we need to be able to filter water. One item I'm going to bring in, one extra item. How do we do it here? Oh, there we go. Hang on 1 second. A little bit more fire there. Okay. I'm going to add another part to this tag. I carry a lot of these little like breakfast bars, power bars with me. And the problem, as you know, is you throw these things in your pack, they get all squished up with your gear in there, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to eat. I came up with this little solution here a couple years ago when I was hiking. I think it was a little Blue River Run Trail or something like that. What these are is Kool-Aid comes in these big Kool-Aid packages. And I just peeled the label off of it. I could fit roughly 3 to 4 bars in there along with some drink mixes. This is perfect. They do not get squished in my pack. And you can use this for water if you had to. Alright, so that's that item. Alright, did we cover my bases? I think we got pretty much everything. A couple other items I don't bring with me, unless I'm setting up a base camp, is I got a couple of bushcraft pots that I use, and you'll see a couple of those in my Cooking with Bob videos this year, along with my GSI kettle, which I don't carry with me because I got everything right here I'm going to need. I think that is going to be it for all my cooking utensils. Yep, that pretty much covers it. So I need to tag a couple of people, and I've got a whole bunch in mind. And of course, if you want to do this tag, you are more than welcome to. You can either list it down in the comment section or simply do a video, give me a heads up, and I'll come over and check it out. So the people I'm going to tag for this video. First one, John, the Rainbow Hiker. Like to see your kit, brother. I know it's going to be interesting. Along with him is the one and only Caveman Outdoors, and that would be Bud and Sheba. Let's see. I know he's on the road right now. Maybe he'll get time to do it, maybe not. Jeremy of Jeremy and Stephanie Outdoors. I'm going to tag you. And of course, the one and only Billy Joe of Bill in the Hills. I'm going to tag you, and happy birthday. Let's do KennethKramm. Let's see what he's got. I think I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, there's so many people I'd like to tag. Oh, we got a boil. Okay, we're getting there. Whoa! Woo-wee! Yep, I just burnt myself. Hang on, we're getting a little bit of a boil here. So I want to add my sugar real fast. That way it mixes in a lot faster. Yeah, let's not do that again. Okay, I think that is it. Let's see, we got John, Jeremy, Billy Joe, Bud, and Sheba, Ken. Yep, that's everybody I want to tag at the moment I can think of. And once again, if you want to participate, that would be awesome. I think I'm going to hang out the rest of the day. I got a good meal I'm going to cook up and just kind of enjoy nature right now. Comments are more than welcome. Heads up, it does take me a little while to get to them because of my work situation. And like always, friends, thanks for watching.